Om Ajnana-timirandhasya Jnananjana-salakaya Chakshurunmritam Jnana Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to our ISKCON official YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya chapter 6. I have already described some portions. So now I am describing third part. So it is being discussed with Sarvam Bhattacharya and Mahaprabhu. So Sri Vigraha Jena Mane Seita Pasandi Adrisya Asprisya Sei Haya Jamadandi. One who doesn't accept the transcendental form of the Lord is certainly an agnostic. Such a person should be neither seen nor touched. Indeed, he is subject to be punished by Yamaraj. Verse 168. Vedana manya bodha hayata nastika vedasra nastika vada bodha keya adhika. The Buddhists do not recognize the authority of the Vedas, therefore they are considered agnostics. However, those who have taken shelter of the Vedic scriptures yet preach agnosticism is in accordance with the Mayavad philosophy are certainly more dangerous than the Buddhists. So verse 169. Jivera nistar lagi sutra kaila vyasa Mayavadi vyasa sunle hai sarvanas. So Vyasadeva presented the Vedic Vedanta philosophy for the deliverance of conditioned souls. But if one hears the commentary of Shankaracharya, everything is spoiled. So verse 170. Parinam Vada Vyasa Sutra Samata Achinda Sakti Ishvara Jagada Rupe Parinata. The Vedanta Sutra aims at establishing that the cosmic manifestation has come into being by the transformation of the inconceivable potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Mani Jaiche Abhikrita Prasave Hema Bhara Jagadrupa Ishvara Tabu Abhikara. The touchstone, after touching iron, produces volumes of gold without being changed. Similarly, the Supreme Personality of Godhead manifests himself as the cosmic manifestation by inconceivable potency, yet he remains unchanged in his eternal transcendental form. So, verse 172. Vyasa Bhranta Balisai Sutra Dosa Deladia Vivartavada Stapya Che Kalpana Karya. Shankaracharya states that the theory of transformation presented in the Vedanta Sutra implies that the Absolute Truth itself is transformed. In this way, the Mayavad philosophers designate Sri Vyasadeva by accusing him of error. And thus, they find fault in Vedanta Sutra and misinterpret it to try to establish the theory of illusion. So, verse 173. Jivera dehe atmabuddhi sei mitya jagat je mitya nahe nasara matra. The theory of illusion can be applied only when the living entity identifies himself with the body. As far as cosmic manifestation is concerned, it cannot be called false, although it is certainly temporary. So, verse 174. Pranavaje Mahavakya Ishwara Murti Pranavahite Sarvaveda Jagata Utpati. The transcendental vibration Omkar is the sound form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. All Vedic knowledge and this cosmic manifestation produced from this sound representation of the Supreme Lord. So verse 175. Tattvamasi Jiva Hetu Pradeshika Vakya Pranava Namani Tare Kahe Mahavakya. The subsidiary vibration that Tattvamasi, that means you are the same, is meant for the understanding of the living entity, but the principal vibration is Omkar. Not caring for Omkar, Shankaracharya has stressed the vibration Tattvamasi. Verse 176. Emate Kalpitavasya Sata Dosa Dila Bhattacharya Purvabhakya Para Karila. Thus, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu criticized Shankaracharya's Sarika Bhasya as imaginary, and he pointed out hundreds of faults in it. To defend Shankaracharya, however, Sarvam Bhattacharya presented unlimited opposition. 177. वितंडा छल निग्रहादि अनेक उठिला सबखंडी प्रभु निज मत से स्थापित. The Bhattacharya presented various types of false arguments with a pseudo logic and tried to defeat his opponent in many ways. However, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu refuted all these arguments and established his own conviction. So who can defeat the Lord? Verse 178. Bhagavan Sambandha Bhakti Avideha Prema Pravajana Veda Tina Vastukaya. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the central point of all relationships. Acting in devotional service to Him is one's real occupation, and the attachment of love of Godhead is the ultimate goal of the life. These three subject matters are described in the Vedic literatures. Sambandha Avidya Pravajana. Atmarama Parjanta Kare Ishvara Bhajana Aiche Achintya Bhagavan Gunagana. Even the self-satisfied sages perform devotional service to the Supreme Lord. Such are the transcendental qualities of the Lord. They are full of inconceivable spiritual potency. Verse 208. Asru, Stamba, Pulaka, Sveda, Kampa, Sarahari, Nache, Gaye, Kande, Pade, Prabhupada Dhari. Out of ecstatic love of God, Bhattacharya shed tears and his body was torn. He exhibited an ecstatic mood and he perspired, shook and trembled. He sometimes danced, sometimes chanted, sometimes cried and sometimes fell down to touch the lotus feet of the Lord. तबे भट्टाचार्य प्रभु सुस्थिर करिला स्थिर हया भट्टाचार्य बहु स्तुति करिला. After this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu pacified Sri Bhattacharya, and when he was quieted, he offered many prayers to the Lord. 213 verse. Jagata nistarila tumi sya alpakarya ama uddharila tumi e shaktira astarya. Saran Bhattacharya said, my dear sir, you have delivered the entire world, but that is not a very great task. However, you have also delivered me, and that is certainly the work of very wonderful prayers. Wonderful powers, sorry. 214. Tarka Shastre Jadami Jaiche Lava Pinda Amadravaila Tumi Pratap Prachanda. I had become dull-headed due to reading too many books on logic. Consequently, I had become like an iron bar. Nonetheless, you have melted me, and therefore your influence is very great. So, verse 225. Suskam Varjusitam Vapi Nitam Vadrudeshuta Praptimatran Bhaktavyam Natra Kala Vicharana. The Bhattacharya said one should eat the Mahaprasad of the Lord immediately upon receiving it, even though it is dried up, stale, or brought from a distant country. One should consider neither time nor place. Once Mahaprabhu, early in the morning, offered prayer, Mahaprasad, Puri Mahaprasad to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Though he has not done his rituals, morning rituals, but he took it and he cited this verse. So Harinam, Harinam, Harinamev Kevalam Kalunasteva Nasteva Nasteva Gatriranatha. In this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the only means of deliverance is the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. There is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way. In this way, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya started glorifying the Lord. Vairagya Vidya, Nija Bhakti Yoga, Sikhyartam Ekam, Purusha Purana, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Sariradhari, Krupam Bodhirjaha, Stamang Prapadde. Let me take a shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, who has descended in the form of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to teach us real knowledge. His devotional service and detachment from whatever doesn't foster Krishna consciousness. He has descended because he is an ocean of transcendental mercy. Let me surrender unto his lotus feet. So 259. Brahme Ishvare Sajajya Duita Prakar Brahma Sajuja Haite Ishvara Sajuja Dikka. Sarvata has continued, there are two kinds of Sajuja Mukti, merging into the Brahman effulgence and merging into the personal body of the Lord. Merging into the Lord's body is even more abominable than merging into his effulgence. Verse 279. लोहा के जावत स्पर्शे यम नहीं करे तावत स्पर्शमणि केवत चिन्हित ना पर. As long as it doesn't turn iron into gold by its touch, no one can recognize an unknown stone to be touched on. In this way, this chapter I am closing. So thank you very much for listening to this lecture, and please don't forget to subscribe, share, and like our channel, and get blessings of the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.